Well, again, good morning. Here we are still in Rocky Mountain National Park, just off the Fall River Road, about 11,650 feet above sea level. And off in the distance, we see some expressions of some of the mountain ranges in Rocky Mountain, specifically up ahead. These little projections on the horizon are called the Deslation peaks. Let's zoom on those a little bit. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are called the Deslation peaks. If I swing the camera just a little bit to the left, you can see a little bit more of what we call the Deslation peaks off in the distance. And then the major mountains in this immediate area, the tallest in the group, belong to what we call the Mummy Range. So let's take a look at those. In the foreground, you see a small tundra hill with a trail leading up to the top of it. And off to the right, you can see Mount Chapin. Mount Chapin is 12,464 feet, so it's about 800, 900 feet higher than where I'm standing. Just to the left of it, in the center, we see now Mount Chiquita. Mount Chiquita is 13,069. And the tallest mountain in the immediate area is right here in the center, Ypsilon Mountain, at 13,514. Close look on Ypsilon. Ypsilon Mountain is quite impressive if you see it from the other side. It is very steep, unlike this side here where it's kind of gradual, very gently sloped, rounded slopes for the most part. Again, on the other side of that mountain, it is very steep, and inscribed on the other face of the mountain, on the east face of it, is a big Y, which you can see in the summertime filled with snow in the shape of a Y, and that is why it is called Ypsilon Mountain. Ypsilon, Y-P-S-I-L-O-N, for the letter Y in the Greek alphabet. A little bit later today, I hope you be getting over to this area here, which you can see off in the distance. That is the Toll Memorial overlook at Rock Cut, which is well over 12,000 feet. And we look over this way here. This is quite interesting. Right here we have a volcanic intrusive about 1.5 miles to 2 miles away from where I'm standing, and this is one of a number of volcanic intrusives in Rocky Mountain National Park. This particular intrusive is called lava cliffs. We should be able to get a better view of lava cliffs when we get over to that side of this feature in a little while. But for now, you can see that the rock is kind of reddish colored, rusty, and we'll explain a little bit later why the rock is volcanic, as opposed to the most of the rocks in the park, which are granitic. Let's look in the foreground here at some of these rocks. This here is a granitic outcrop, very typical of what you see in the park in many places, and which also makes up the rock type you see over in the Mummy Range, just to the right. And with that, let's take a ride to our next position. We will probably be leaving Fall River Pass to head up to the next stop, which will be Lava Cliffs and Iceberg Lake Overlook. Good day!